Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
7 years after his wife's murder, a Flint area man learns he's going to prison for life for putting heroin in her cereal. And the sentence came with quite a scolding from the judge.
Packed hospitals and healthcare workers at their breaking point. Doctors make a new plea to the public, calling Michigan's COVID situation critical. What a night ahead. Storm Tracker 4 showing rain headed our way, but by this time tomorrow, the wind will be the main concern for all of us, and a lot of us, we could lose power. The weather tops our news here on this Friday at 6 with big changes set to start in just a few hours.
DTE is warning everybody there could be widespread power outages when those damaging winds kick in. So let's get over to Paul Gross. He's here with a look at how things are likely to unfold here, Paul.
Yeah, and big tip tomorrow, make sure all of your devices, your cell phones, iPads, things like that, make sure they're all fully charged tomorrow just in case. We have a high wind warning for the northern thumb. That's Sand Lake, Tuscola, and Huron counties. That's for tomorrow. The rest of us under a wind advisory. There'll just be a little bit higher gust potential up in the thumb than it will be down for the rest of us, but still, we're all looking at the potential for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The other part of this, at least the most immediate part of this storm, is the incoming rain tonight. Now, this is just a general band of rain coming in out of Indiana. Lightning tracker's turned on. No lightning here. It's not until later tonight that during the overnight hours, we see the potential for some thunderstorms. Marginal risk for severe weather extends up to about 8 miles. So we're going to keep an eye on that through the evening hours. But if you do have to head out this evening, rain or not, it's going to be rising temperatures into the 50s by midnight, and we keep going up from there. We have a lot of changes to talk about, including, again, that wind potential for tomorrow. We'll do that for you in just a few minutes, but right now I want to remind you that the Local Forecasters app is the nation's best weather app. We designed it ourselves here at Local 4. That's why it's the best. We didn't just buy somebody's app. It's easy, it's free, it's fast, it's accurate. Just go to the App Store, search under WDIV, and it's right there, and it is free, guys.
Life in prison with no possibility of parole. That was the sentence handed down today to Jason Harris in the murder of his wife, Christy Thompson Harris. That happened 7 years ago. I was in the courtroom this morning as the judge told Harris justice may have been delayed, but it is not denied.
The jury didn't believe your lies, and now you're finally exposed for the selfish, murdering, lying monster that you are.
Judge David Newblatt did not hold back on what he thought about Jason Harris and his plot to kill his wife, Christy Thompson Harris, and cash in on her $130,000 life insurance.
What you wanted, all the stuff, you sacrificed your daughters. All right, you took away their mother. That's the first thing you did. You took away their mother.
47-year-old Harris was found guilty of a murder plot that involved Harris lacing his wife's cereal with heroin, causing her death. Christy was a mother of 2. It was her breast milk that would prove she was not doing drugs and was poisoned by her own husband.
And you had no right to take her away. The impact of your crime has and will affect me for the rest of my life. Christy did not deserve this.
When Harris had a chance to speak, he said he respected whatever the judge would decide, but
I do stand behind my innocence behind this. I'm gonna hope for an appeals.
No apology, no remorse from the Davison father. But the judge had plenty to say.
The best way I can say it is you are a murderer and you are a liar.
The judge then sentenced Harris to life in prison with no parole.
Today, after the verdict is read, how is your heart?
I never have felt so tense and I not being able to breathe by the time I walked out of there.
That was Kathy Mays, Christy's mom. She says she's never visited her daughter's grave as she felt she could not rest in peace. The next battle, guardianship of Christy's 2 little girls. That battle continues next week. Christy's mom is hoping to receive full custody.
Wow, 7 years that they had to go through that. All right, a look at Michigan's new coronavirus numbers right now. The state reports 11,783 new cases over the past 2 days. That averages out to close to 5,900 cases per day. And that's actually down from recent numbers, but sadly, 235 more people have passed away from COVID in our state. Today, state health officials made it clear just how critical the situation in Michigan has become. They have deployed the state's supply of extra ventilators and have requested 200 more from the national stockpile. But there is no stockpile of medical staff. In the past month, nearly a quarter of all new COVID hospitalizations in the country have been in two states, Michigan and Ohio.
My oxygen numbers were down in the upper 60s, lower 70s.
At Sparrow Hospital in Lansing, Clive Ellis is battling COVID for a second time. He's unvaccinated, but now is encouraging others to get the vaccine.
It's terrible. You don't want it.
Across Michigan, healthcare workers at the breaking point.
I've gone home a few days and had days where I just cry. And as a mom, it's really hard because my kids then are challenged to see that. So I have to put on a brave front for them too. But it's awful.
With hospitals filled across the state, critical patients are not able to be transferred and care is being compromised. Michigan's chief medical executive says it's clear what the solution is.
87% of COVID patients in ICUs were unvaccinated, and 88% of COVID patients on ventilators were unvaccinated.
And younger people are getting sick and being hospitalized.
In the past 7 days, 30 to 39-year-olds are experiencing our highest case rates.
Health officials say they're counting on individuals to change their behavior.
We're in a critical stage right now. We are surging. We're leading the nation in terms of cases. We are trailing in terms of vaccinations, and we have Omicron here. So now is the time to take those steps. And I'm really urging all Michiganders to get vaccinated and get boosted.
As we reported earlier, federal teams are currently assisting at 3 Michigan hospitals, including Beaumont and Dearborn. But the state says there are no additional federal teams available. No more help is coming.
Well, today began the process of bringing some Oxford Community School students back into classrooms. K-8 students had a half day of class today, their first since the shooting at Oxford High on November 30th. K-8 students will return to their regular schedules next Monday. The Oxford Virtual Academy will open virtually next Wednesday. Civil lawsuits have already started in the Oxford shooting, and you can expect more to come. Attorney Jeffrey Fieger was the first to file 2 lawsuits totaling $100 million yesterday on behalf of one shooting survivor and her family. Today, a large Michigan education organization is coming out against Fieger's actions. As Paula Tubman reports, the group feels he's trying to capitalize on the mass shooting.
15-year-old Ethan Crumbley has been charged as an adult in the deadly assaults. His parents, James and Jennifer, are also charged with involuntary manslaughter. Attorney Jeffrey Fieger says he is trying to affect change, and the only way he says that can be done is to, his words, make it hurt. And so he is suing educators in the district for a total of $100 million.
At Oxford High School, they'll search your backpack if they think you're vaping. But they refused to suspend or search a student who wrote what we now know was reams of homicidal notes and drawings, scenes of classroom slaughter and mayhem. We know they refused to call authorities.
This is a community deeply traumatized. 4 teenagers killed, 8 others injured, including a teacher. And that is why Robert McCann, the executive director of the K-12 Alliance, says these kinds of lawsuits do more to hurt than change. In a written statement, McCann says, as countless students, teachers, and staff have been through an unimaginable and traumatizing situation, it is wildly inappropriate to see Jeffrey Fieger seek to capitalize on that by suing the very community who was impacted most. K-12 Alliance of Michigan is one of the state's largest advocacy organizations, representing more than 500,000 educators, students, and school districts across the state. And Fieger's response?
Their statement that somehow myself or my clients sued the community is nonsense. We sued individuals who, as a result of their actions and inactions, allowed a mass murder to take place.
K-12 continues to criticize Fieger and the lawsuit, saying a community is grieving and schools across the state are struggling to answer the concerns of students and families. What we need are real long-term solutions to address the ongoing societal issues that have led to attacks on school campuses.
We've been talking since Columbine for 20 years now. They suggest we should go examine the long-term solutions. Well, how much longer do we have to wait?
Well, Fieger says this punch in the pocketbook will help ferret out answers that will help make changes in all school districts, not just this one. Stay tuned. Paula Tubman, Local 4.
Well, Paula, thank you. State Representative Jewel Jones will stand trial in his drunk driving case. Earlier this week, Jones turned down a plea deal that would have required him to plead guilty to 4 misdemeanors and 2 felonies while dropping the drunk driving charges. Defense attorneys filed a motion today to dismiss the charges for what they're calling an unlawful arrest. The judge disagreed, arguing the evidence showed the arrest was indeed lawful. Jones also faces charges for allegedly taping a handcuff key to the bottom of his foot while in custody at the Livingston County Jail.
Well, if somebody told you that you failed to show up for jury duty, how sure would you be that you weren't supposed to be there? Head the red flags to watch for a new scam. Plus, here's Grant.
After the Oxford High School shooting, teenagers flocked to social media spaces like this one here on TikTok to talk about their grief and to process what happened with each other. Coming up, tips for parents on talking to your kid about social media and tragedy.